What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Well, The Rock, he showed up. Yes, I kid you not. The Rock actually showed up. And I loved it. Smackdown for September the 15th, 2023 was lit. It was lit. The Rock and John Cena showed up and showed out. It was lit. So this was a heavy segment-based show, which was great for the most part. So we kicked the show off with the surprise of Pat MacAfee. He gets on the mic. He panders to the crowd, said he's back. He's glad to be back. He puts over Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. And he was just honored to be in the presence of the WWE Universe. Then Austin Theory comes out. He gets on the mic. He insults Pat MacAfee. Said that he's 26 years old. He said that he's on a mug. He's on a T-shirt. He's also on a backpack. And he puts himself over. And then he clowns and makes fun of Pat MacAfee and Aaron Rodgers. And so then Pat MacAfee came back and taunted Austin Theory, and then Austin Theory does the same thing to Pat MacAfee, and then Pat MacAfee says, "This is the biggest problem for you. You're so disrespectful, not only to the business as a whole, but to all these people out here. Austin Theory, this will never be your show. This is the people's show." And you know what that means? And then out of nowhere, babies fly up in the air. The 4th of July fireworks shoot off everywhere. It's insane. The building erupts. Holy shit chants come out everywhere. They're bleeped out. The Rock comes out. And I was like, oh shit. This was brilliant. Whoever produced this segment deserves a raise. Like, this was great. They bleeped everything out and everything. It was perfect. It was good. So The Rock said, "Shut your bitch ass up. Clearly, you don't know how all this works." And then The Rock does his finally shtick like he always does. And then, him and Austin Theory, they jaw jack with each other some more. And then The Rock gets the crowd to chant, "You're an asshole," and it's bleeped out perfectly. And this is great. I loved it. Loved it. And then Austin Theory tried to assault The Rock with the microphone. The Rock hit a spine buster and did a great people's elbow. And then Pat MacAfee did a people's elbow of his own, but it was utter shit. And then we basically end the segment. So this was a great 15 to 17 minutes. This was great. I loved it. If you have not seen this, I advise you to go back and watch it. It was fucking good. Now, The Rock is back only because of WrestleMania 40. And that's great. Now, this is going to be a feud between him and Roman Reigns. The Rock is not back because he wants the titles that Roman possesses. The Rock wants to put an end to the Bloodline storyline, right? The story portion of it. Cody is still going to be given the task to dethrone Roman for the titles. It's going to happen. Calm your tits. Roman Reigns will lose everything at WrestleMania 40. Cody's not going to have to wait until WrestleMania 41 to finish the story. No. He gets to finish it next year. Or he may get to even finish it at Survivor Series this year. We don't know. But Cody will finish his story one way or another. Whether it's at the Royal Rumble next year, or Survivor Series this year, or even at the Royal Rumble next year. Cody will damn sure finish his story. I guarantee you guys that. But this was a great segment. This was good. And after this, The Rock went away. We didn't see him anymore outside of him talking to John Cena. We'll talk about that when we get there. But really good segment to start the show off hot and right. This was a great segment. First match of the night, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor defeats AJ Styles via a roll-up. No, a crucifix pin. My bad. So, post-match, my bad. So, we come back from commercial, and The Rock, he has a nice embrace with Pat MacAfee, and then him and John Cena, they stare each other down, they dap each other up, and then they embrace, and that was a good moment right there. I popped with that. That was absolutely great. Then, Finn Balor, he asked if Jimmy Uso, if it would be a good idea for both the Usos to join the Judgment Day. Jimmy's attention is on rejoining the Bloodline. Finn Balor reminds Jimmy that there is no leaders in the Judgment Day, unlike the Bloodline with Roman Reigns. And then Paul Heyman was lurking around in the back, so that was pretty cool there. Moving on, so Santos Escobar, he is in the ring. He challenges Rey Mysterio to a match for the U.S. Championship. Rey Mysterio, he's unsure at first. He's like, nah, I don't want to do it. And then Santos Escobar is able to bait Rey in, and then he finally accepts the challenge. Bobby Lashley comes out to a big pop, big ovation, along with the Street Profits. So Bobby Lashley pokes fun at the turmoil in the tag team division and at multiple factions, such as the Bloodline and others in the Judgment Day. And then, whatever reason, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, they challenge the Street Profits to a match. Let's lead this into our second match, which is the LWO featuring Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza versus the Street Profits. So the Street Profits, they get the win, and then they beat down the LWO post-match, because Lashley gave them orders to do it. So really good shit there. I enjoyed that. So the Street Profits are firmly heels now, and I love this. This is great. Good stuff. We need more of Lashley and the Street Profits. So I'm fine with that. It's probably going to lead us into a Street Profits and LWO feud. I'm fine with that. That's fine, I guess. Moving on. So the Royal Rumble is going to be in Tampa, Florida next year. So that should be great. Again, Cody could finish his story at the Rumble next year. That would be tremendous. So again, Cody will finish his story. Moving on. So Paul Heyman, he's backstage trying to calm down Solo Sikoa. Paul Heyman says that Jimmy Uso is trying to start fights with Solo that will have to finish. However, Solo is only allowed to handle business when Roman Reigns makes the call. Okay. Solo tells Paul Heyman that he's going to end this tonight. Okay. Okay. But I thought that Solo could do it on his own, which he basically can. Continuing on. So, Pretty Deadly, we haven't seen in a couple months. They barge into Adam Pearce's office. Elton Prince is soon to be medically cleared from his shoulder injury. He's also in a wheelchair. So, he's in emotional distress, basically. So, Adam Pearce is confused as to why Elton Prince is in a wheelchair when he suffered a shoulder injury. Pretty Deadly intend to get revenge on Ridge Holland and the Brawling Brutes. So, that's fine there. I love Pretty Deadly. They kick ass. So, really good stuff there. So, Bayley is perplexed as to why Io is rushing into this title match when she has never been in the ring with Asuka. Dakota Kai says that Bayley needs to get her mind in the right place because she's been distracted by Shotzi Blackheart. So next week, this is going to be a match. It's going to be Io Sky versus Asuka on a random episode of Smackdown, which I don't fucking like. Not good. Why can't we get this for Fastlane? Triple H, do a little bit better. But like I say, I'm not too mad about it because tonight wasn't about the matches at all. It wasn't. It was about segments. Next, LA Knight versus The Miz. LA Knight gets the win. Then he gets on the mic. He says, one day he walked into SmackDown, he was coming for gold. He's looking at the top of the mountain. It doesn't matter if it's Rey Mysterio, Gunther, Seth Rollins, or Roman Reigns. He's coming for gold. And you need to understand whose game is it. With everybody saying, LA Knight, yeah. So I like that. Pretty cool stuff there. And then the main event of the evening, wrestling-wise, that was Asuka versus Bayley. And Asuka gets the win via roll-up because Shotzi gets involved and scares Bayley shitless. So that was pretty cool there. All right. Closing segment, we have the Grayson Waller effect. He introduces John Cena. He pokes fun at Cena and everything else, saying he's lost his step. He's not been right ever since he lost at Payback and everything else. He's not been right since he lost to Grayson Waller's buddy, Austin Theory, at WrestleMania. Then out comes John Cena. The crowd pops massively. So Cena's just there, just taking it and everything else. And then out comes Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy Uso, he snatches the mic out of Cena's hands. He calls Grayson Waller Kangaroo Jack. That was pretty funny there. He said that Grayson Waller has a point. Nobody wants you here, John. Nobody. He told him a couple weeks ago that they were here to see Jimmy Uso. Yeah, they love you, but check it out. This one, Us. I came out here to tell you to your face, you're trying to embarrass me like you did 2 weeks ago. Do it, John. If you ain't gonna do it, get the hell out of my ring. Then Solo comes down. And then Solo stares down Cena and everything else. And he attempts to hit Jimmy with the Samoan spike, but Solo super kicks Cena. And then Solo and Jimmy, they gang up on Cena. And just thought comes down and he makes the save. Cena then delivers an attitude adjustment. The five-knuckle shuffle. He attempts to go for the AA on Solo, but he gets away. And then Paul Heyman is trying to talk to some sense to Solo as the show goes off the air. So I did like that. We're setting up a tag match between Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa versus Cena and AJ Styles. So that's fine there, but why didn't The Rock come down and make the save and have a massive pop? That would have been great. We could have had John Cena and The Rock together kicking ass and taking names. That would have been great. Just give us that moment. That would have been tremendous. I don't know why WWE didn't do that. You know, we could have had more use of The Rock. Really, we could have had more use of The Rock, if we're being honest. Like, for real. The Rock could have easily came down and just did like a rock bottom to Solo. And Cena could have done an attitude adjustment to Jimmy and have them to celebrate and stuff and embrace again. That would have been great. But, I mean, we're still going to get The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 40. It's not going to be for the titles at all. I doubt it. But we could have used more Rock on this show. I don't know why he didn't, have a talk with Jimmy and Solo for that matter, and maybe even stare down Paul Heyman and start talking trash to him, But who knows? But all in all, SmackDown was solid. It was solid from a segment perspective. Very, very solid. But what did you guys think? Please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and comment down below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.